Hi. So in this video I'm going to cover with you how I work as a McKenzie friend. I look on the internet or on YouTube sometimes and I see that there are other McKenzie friends out there that don't seem to work in the same way that I do. And so I'm going to give you some idea of how I've helped people over 10 years as a McKenzie friend. So I have a background of working as a play worker with children with disabilities, as a youth worker, as a youth mentor, as somebody who ran creative projects with young people, and I've done that all my life, working in youth and community and social projects. And then I started to work as a McKenzie friend after my own divorce. So a lot of conflict related situations that I was helping people improve situations in. So that's what I bring to my McKenzie friend work, and can also influence the way that I support you at family court hearings. And so one of the things that I primarily do is help people plan and strategize on how to improve, how to present their own case and do it without a lawyer. Sometimes they're coming to me and they're already using a lawyer and they've got high bills and they don't want to continue, or they feel they're getting nowhere, they feel they're having their questions avoided in the legalese language. So I'm very much straight talking, and I like to get straight to the source of what might be the ways to improve your case in either direction. And so I'm pretty direct, but I'm empathic, I'm compassionate, and I'm very caring. So I really want anybody that I'm helping for their family situation to improve. I'm respectful of the family court system. I've published my own book on how family courts work, and I do see a lot of positive things happening in family courts for fathers and mothers. And so I'm not into mocking family courts on my YouTube channel, or disrespecting judges. I appreciate there are difficult decisions sometimes that don't go people's way, and that a mother or a father might be unhappy. But for me, I'm very focused on positivity. I achieved a positive outcome in my own life, and so I want to help other people do the same. Sometimes you've got short-term aims, and sometimes you've got long-term aims, and sometimes thinking of them both at the same time can be a helpful way to approach things. So first and foremost, the way that I help people with is coaching sessions to explain how family courts work, and I can do that on video calls, and that's nice and private and confidential. And then I can help you with your paperwork, so I can read and review Kafka's social worker reports. I can look at social work reports if your children are involved with social services, and I can help you figure out how to position yourself when you're being interviewed by Kafkas, because they're going to be massively influential in the court process. I've seen lots of really good Kafkas reports over the years, and then sometimes not so. So it's a bit like you can get great teachers and bad teachers, or good solicitors and bad solicitors, good McKenzie friends and not so good McKenzie friends. It's a bit like that with Kafkas as well. So you really need to know how to talk about yourself and your children and your relationship with your ex-partner at the very start of the process as you're going through. So that's one of the key things that I like to focus on, and I would help you with if you needed my help. And then it's a case of the going to court process. If you're within a travelable distance from Bristol, I'm happy to come to your court hearing and help you, providing we can agree fees. And then basically I can turn up to the court hearing, meet you outside, we can have a pre-court discussion about your strategy and aims, and I can approach the solicitor or barrister and see if they're willing to chat all three of us together to see if we can come up with a positive outcome outside the courtroom, which we can then take in the court and present to the judge. I'm also then in the courtroom able to help you by whispering to you, giving you advice, answering your questions, or prompting you to remember things that you wanted to say to the judge. And I can also make notes quickly about what the judge is saying about their judgment, so that you've got notes afterwards that can inform the writing of the draft order. Quite often there's a lot of emotions involved. You're feeling attacked by the other parent, or you're feeling intimidated by the solicitor. So I'm on hand to help you with that emotional support. A bit like you've got your best friend with a hand on your shoulder, but they know how family courts work, and they're a very positive calming influence. So that's one of the things that I like to try and provide people with when I go to a court hearing, is helping them through that tricky moment, because I know what it feels like. I've been there myself and achieved the positive outcome. And so that's what really drives me to help litigants in person if you're going to present your own case. And obviously there's the great savings when compared with solicitors. If the case gets complicated, I can help you with further writing statements and getting into the more detailed depth of it. And I've also got 10 years experience of being a separated parent with a shared residency order. So my children spending 50-50 time with each parent, and having that in place for a long time. So I've got lots of parental experience of both parenting teenage children, but also within the context of the children going between two houses, which often have quite different rules, boundaries, parenting approaches. And that's one of the other things that I help people with, is to really think about those dynamics for your children, about how you got sort of soft outcomes as well as the hard outcomes in the family court. You can have more softer long-term development strategy to improve that parenting relationship. Again, coming at from a heart-based perspective of, I'm one of a small number of McKenzie friends that have achieved really positive outcomes in family courts. I'm not embittered about my ex-partner. We get on enough to have coffees and to meet up for family meals. So I'd really like to encourage people to step into that energy as well. So I hope that's given you a nice little idea of how I help people as their McKenzie friend if they're a litigant in person. And if you'd love to find out more, please look on the contact details below and get in touch, and I'd love to help you. Take care. All the best. Bye.